Hey guys, and welcome back to 3 Layers Deep. So right now I'm just sitting waiting for my kids' elementary school. Well, my daughter goes to elementary school, my son goes to middle school, but it's in the same campus because we live in such a small town. So I usually pick my daughter up first, and then I head out to pick up my son. But I just got out of work. I know I can say that now. I just got out of work, guys. This is my first week. I work about 10 hours a week, so literally just 2 days a week. Right now it's really, really slow, and this is like the first year they've done this position. Because I guess they do like they're planning this like a big event, and they need someone to kind of fill in doing the administrative work while I guess the rest of the staff kind of plans more on this event that's taking place. So I just really needed to hire an extra person. That's where I came in. And oh my gosh, guys, I did not even tell you about my interview experience. This is so crazy. All right, let me turn off this car. So, all right, I'm gonna start from the beginning, y'all, because this is God. All right, this is God. I have been looking for a job. I started looking for a job, like seriously looking for a job, for about a month before, about 3 to 4 weeks before I got this position. Now, I hate doing resumes, guys. Like, I have not done a resume in so long. And even when I had to do one, oh gosh, it was such a tedious task. It was so arduous, oh goodness, so laborious for me. Like, it was just trying to put, the words together and how to market yourself on a resume. Just, I hated doing it. It sucked. So I told God, I'm like, Lord, you're going to help me to make this resume, because I'm a perfectionist at heart. So it's like, if I'm going to do something, it needs to be the best to my ability. I have to be content with the outcome. And I remember my husband used to tell me, "Oh, you're wasting too much time on it. You're not going for an executive position. It doesn't have to be so detailed." And I explained to him, like, listen, this is the only way I'm going to land in an interview. I want them to look at my resume and be like, you know what, I need to meet this girl. And even like for you women or girls who are homemakers, who are housewives, when you go out back into the work field, make sure you use that position to benefit you, because I haven't worked in about 60 years. So it's like I had no other work experience. The last time I worked was 6 years ago at a Mac counter. So I did put that down in my resume. But also I put down homemaker. You know what I mean? I put that down on my resume, and I listed the qualities that I've learned and the experience, which is, multitasking, detail oriented, attention to, attention to detail oriented, same thing. You have to make that position work for you. And apparently it worked, because I was contacted. I thought it was kind of silly, but I'm like, they're going to ask, or they're not going to call at all, because they don't see anything current. So ladies, that is a position, that is a job. Homemakers, stay-at-home moms, that is a job, guys. So don't neglect that position if you ever go out into the workforce. So I was looking for a job, and I would pray over, like every time I would send my resume out, I would pray over my resume. And I was really trusting in God, and I would always tell myself every day in the mirror, I would just speak it out loud, that God had the perfect job with the perfect position, and close to home, where I didn't have to travel so far, although like I live like 45 minutes away from anything significant. So I started speaking in detail all that I wanted and what I wanted out of this job. With the hours, the compensation, all that stuff. And I just felt in my heart that God was already working. God had the right position for me. I just believed it. So one day, a week before I got the call for my interview, about a week before I went to my interview, I remember I had just finished working out, and my house was already clean. Like, I have a schedule in between, like between 11 and 12 I clean. And then like 9 to 10, I read the word. I spend time with God. 10 to 11, I'll go ahead and go online, check my emails, and watch my little YouTube videos that that I want to watch. And 11 to 12, I clean. And then 12 to 1, I work out. And then I pick after that, I shower, pick up the kids, and do that stuff. So my house was already clean. I had just finished working out, and I started taking off my nail polish, and I started talking to God. I remember my husband came upstairs from work really quick, because for a lot of you guys that don't know, my husband's barbershop is literally right downstairs from our home. So how convenient is that, right? So he came upstairs for something, and he left. So I'm talking to God, and I'm like, Lord, I'm looking around. I don't feel like I'm needed here anymore. My time is up. I know you have something for me. I know there's a job out there that you have for me. I know. And I just started speaking these things into the atmosphere and talking to God as I was taking my nail polish off. And literally, guys, God is so amazing that he said, girl, I got you. I got you. My prayer, my conversation with God was interrupted by a phone call. So I go to the phone. I'm thinking it's my husband. And I go to the phone, and I screen all my calls. And I was looking at the phone at the call ID, and I was thinking it was a bill collector. And I'm like, should I answer it? Should I not? Should I answer it? Should I not? I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I'll answer it. So I answer the phone, and the girl, she spoke so fast. She's like, yes, can I speak to Jasmine? I'm like, this is her. And she's like, yeah, I'm calling from the FOA, blah, blah, blah. She said it so fast that I was just like, I couldn't register what she was saying. And I'm like, I'm sorry, where are you calling from again? She's like, and she said the company name and stuff. And she said, I was still kind of lost. And then she said, in behalf, in regards to your resume, that's when I was literally stunned, guys. I was like, like, you guys should have, it was such a priceless reaction that she's like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I'm sorry, just caught me off guard and stuff. Anyways, her and I hit it off on the phone. She pretty much interviewed me on the phone. She asked me if I can come in. She called me on a Friday. She asked if I can come in that following Monday for an interview. I said, that's fine. And I prayed about this. I was so ecstatic. I was so excited. Not the fact that during my prayer, God answered my prayer. You see that? Like, but I was already sowing seeds throughout the month, and I was speaking these things. And so Monday comes in, I go and I pray on my ride up there. I really ask God to be with me, to, let me find favor in their sight and all that good stuff. So I get there, and she wasn't there yet. She got there a few minutes after, and she's a really young girl. She's like 22. She actually just turned 23, like literally this week. And so what happens is, so we sit. There's like people walking by. They probably think I'm crazy, like talking to myself. Anyway, so I feel dumb. Some guy just walked right in front, and like my screen is facing his car. So he's like, what the heck, this girl, she is so conceited. Anyway, so the first 15-20 minutes was literally job related. I was in her office for 2.5 hours, guys. The first 15-20 minutes were all like job related. She was telling me about the position, what was required, if I got the position, this is what I was gonna do, blah blah blah. And her and I just got really cool. Like, we were complete strangers, but we just connected straight up. When you guys have like a person, a complete stranger that you just connect with, like, it's not awkward, it's not weird, like there's just an instant connection. That's how it was with her and I. And the rest of the time, can you believe we spent, like, okay, the first 10-20 minutes tops, it was job related. The rest of the 2 hours, we exchanged testimonies. We got so deep, guys. I mean, deep. All right, deep. We got deep in our testimonies. We was praising God. Let me tell you, The rest of the time we were praising God. We were speaking about the word, church. I mean, we were just on fire, okay? We were literally like sharpening each other. Like, it was amazing. Afterwards, we hugged and we prayed. We prayed that if, that if this was a position for me, that God would touch her. Just, she didn't want to hire me. She didn't want to be biased. She's been praying for a Christian to come into the office, because she's the only Christian there. And so she was praying for another Christian, and she's like, maybe God answered my prayers. She's like, I pray before coming. I pray for the interview. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I pray too. And it was just pretty amazing. So yeah, the first 10, 15 minutes we spoke, it was job related. The rest of the time we were praising God. We hugged and we prayed. Like, who the heck does that in an interview? Two complete strangers, guys. It's like literally we were friends that lost contact, met again, our lives changed, and we were praising God for that. Like, it was just absolutely amazing. So I just had to, give that testimony to you guys that God is just good. Like, God listens. Like, that is just pretty amazing. And today we actually went out for lunch, I and one of her friends from church, actually. And we were just talking about that, like how amazing that was. And guys, I've got to say, like, her and I are mad cool. Like, we're cool. Like, she's a great person to work with. Even like the office are very laid back. The boss, like her boss, told me, she's like, we're very family oriented. If you ever need to bring your kids for whatever reason, that's cool. One of the other employees, like, his dog just had puppies. So, like, I don't know, like last week he brought in all his like litter of 8 puppies with the mama. Like, it's crazy. Like, it's just such a really cool, laid back environment. There's people coming in and out of the office all the time because it's therapeutic mentors. So the only people that are really there is just the couple of administrative assistants that are there. And it's still like, there's just people coming in and out all the time. It's a very, very small group, but you're literally there. Like, it's just you and like 2 other people at most times, 2 or 3 other people. So it's so different, and I like it. And I don't know, I don't know, it's really cool. And just to see what God, what God is going to do with this, like, where's it going to go, and the doors that he's going to open, because I would love to have this as a permanent position. But right now it's temporary, but I'm happy with that. I'm just happy for the experience. I'm happy that I'm back out working again. And I just really wanted to share with you guys my interview experience, because that was just like unheard of. Like, I had to, I gave that as a testimony at church. Like, back when I had the interview, like how amazing that was. You know what I mean? So, yeah, guys, my kids are coming. My daughter's coming now. I gotta go get her, sign her out. So I will talk to you guys in my next video. God bless you. Bye.